Prison walls remember everything, every scream, every lie, every death. In cell 13, a man named Elias Crowe was beaten to death. No trial, no justice, just guards who looked the other way. They called it an accident, but at midnight, the prison learned the truth. The night guard heard footsteps dragging across the floor. Slow, wet, he checked the cameras. Cell 13 was empty. Yet the monitor showed a shadow standing inside, its neck bent at an impossible angle. The radio crackled and a whisper came through. You watched, the guard ran. By morning, he was found locked inside cell 13, his mouth frozen in a silent scream. One by one, the other guards on duty that night began to disappear. Survivors spoke of a ghost with blood-stained hands, dragging chains, repeating the same two words, "My turn." The prison was eventually shut down. But locals say if you listen closely, you can still hear a whisper behind you. Justice was late. But I wasn't. Some prisons don't hold inmates. They hold revenge. Prison walls remember everything, every scream, every lie, every death. And deep within the infamous Blackwood Penitentiary, one cell remembers more than most. Cell 13, that's where a man named Elias Crowe was beaten to death. There was no trial, no justice. Just a handful of guards who looked the other way, filing the report as a simple, tragic accident. But that night, as the clock struck midnight, the entire prison was about to learn the chilling truth. The lone night guard, a rookie named Miller, heard something strange. A dragging sound echoing down the empty corridor. Slow, wet, his heart pounded as he scanned the security monitors. The hallway was deserted. He focused the camera on cell 13. It was empty, just as it should be. But then, on the grainy screen, a shadow flickered into existence. It stood in the middle of the cell, its form indistinct, but its neck bent at an impossible, sickening angle. Suddenly, the guard's radio crackled to life with a burst of static. Through the noise, a single, hoarse whisper slithered into his ear. You watched. Panic seized him. Miller bolted from his chair and ran, his footsteps echoing his terror. By morning, they found him. He was locked inside cell 13, his eyes wide with a horror no one could comprehend, his mouth frozen in a silent scream. One by one, the other guards who were on duty that fateful night began to disappear. Some were found hanging from the rafters, their own belts cinched tight around their necks. Others were discovered in locked rooms, their knuckles bloody and their bones shattered from beating against invisible fists. The few who survived were driven mad, their minds broken. They all babbled about the same thing, a ghostly figure with blood-stained hands, dragging unseen chains, repeating the same two words over and over. My turn. The prison was eventually condemned and shut down, deemed too dangerous, to haunted. But the locals, they know the truth. They say that if you're brave enough to go near the old penitentiary at exactly 3:13 in the morning, you can still hear the faint sound of footsteps dragging from cell 13, and if you dare to listen closely, you might just hear a cold whisper right behind you. Justice was late. But I wasn't, because some prisons don't just hold inmates. They hold revenge.